Hi. So I'm just here at my desk, texting with my friend. Just funny inside joke stuff. But seriously, um, I've been working on a cookbook for probably 5 years now. But I also have 5 kids, going through my second divorce. So I've been really busy for the past 2 years. My second divorce has been tied up in all kinds of legal issues. It's been a real battle. And that takes up most of my time. But I get to my cookbook when I get a chance. Um, so now I'm trying to figure out, what do I need to do to get this finally done? To like get this thing finally moving in a direction. So I'm actually going to just write it out, all the stuff I need to do. I've got lots of content in lots of different places because I've just been, like I said, just over the past 5 years, just writing. It's a whole process. Like when I cook, I love to cook. And so when I cook, I just make up my own stuff. I love to, I see a new recipe and I read it. And I'm like, wow, that sounds really good. And that's another thing too that I love to do. I love to just read cookbooks. I love to read cookbooks like some women love to read novels. And I'll go to the library and I get stacks of them and just sit here and I can go through one cookbook in maybe like 2 hours, just reading every recipe. Um, and then I can like read a recipe and say, oh, well, this would be good if you did it this way. And then I'll try it that. So I kind of get the inspiration off of a recipe, but then somehow in my mind, like I read a recipe and then somehow in my mind, a new recipe forms in my mind. And I just write that down, try it. And we kind of vote like, is this a keeper? It's a keeper. Everybody loves it. It's great. It's easy. It's healthy. It's affordable. Then it's a keeper. And then so I compile all my stuff and I just have stuff compiled everywhere. So now it's a matter of taking all that information to gather. I need to gather all together, get it all in one place, and then start moving forward. Because I have a friend who's going to start illustrating. She does beautiful hand lettering and illustrations. Just an amazing artist. So I'm going to write down my cookbook to-dos. And I already wrote number 1 and number 2. So my first to-do to get this thing done is number 1, locate all my recipes. So I'm going to check all my email addresses because I email myself stuff, get an idea, I'll send myself an email. Check all Google Docs. I love Google Docs. My notes on phone, Pinterest, all my notebooks, my journals. I have a recipe box. I write lots of stuff and put them in there. All kinds of folders that I write and just stash them in folders. So I'm going to have to, I'm also in the process of moving. So while I'm moving, I'm going to be looking through and just gathering up all my stuff. So I have lots of handwritten stuff and as well as lots of like digital, like on the computer or on my phone. So I'm going to need to, everything that's digital, I'm going to try to print out. And everything that's handwritten, I'm going to create a photo album and snap pictures. So I have it both ways. Um, so I have it digitized as well as hard copies. So I figured that's going to be a start. And then number 2, I put all of the above. Once I locate all my recipes, I'm going to put them in a designated place. Whether it be, like I said, I'm going to have the actual physical hard copies. I'm going to write that down. The actual physical hard copies. And then I'm going to have Digital. So I have to figure out the system for that so that I can eventually have everything on both. And I'm going to get a bag, like a cute little tote bag to just tote around. This is kind of what I have on hand as like my sample. It's just a coloring page in this folder, but I have lots of chapters written out, title page, playlist, mix and match type of recipes, all kinds of stuff of what I actually want it to look like the actual layout. So I have that. So I'm going to put all that in a nice little tote bag to work on and keep with me. Photos. Okay. So I'm going to locate all my recipes. Then they're going to go into a designated place. Make sure everything, okay. And then from there, I'm going to do the layout, formatting, and artwork. And just keep going with it. So I'm really excited, and I just wanted to vlog this. So I think it would be neat to see the process of it all coming together. And if anybody has any comments or any suggestions, just write to me, comment me. So I also wrote down my vision of what it's going to be like. So I'm just going to continue to work on that as I'm pulling all this information together. And I'm excited to see what I come up with because once I get everything compiled, I think I have enough to actually get going and finally get this into the works and maybe even look into publishing and some dates, maybe a year or two. Maybe in a year or two it can finally be done. I don't know. I think that once I'm behind all this legal stuff that has been going on for the past 2 years, that could really expedite this coming together for me. So it's been taking up a ton of my time. And it's also been emotionally exhausting, physically exhausting, in every facet. It's been exhausting, it's been draining. And I'm a very creative person, but when all this stuff is happening and it's not that great, it just zaps me and I have like not much good energy to draw from to keep this going. So I'm going to pick up where I left off, compile all my information. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be very creative, interactive, and artsy. Lots of really good just ideas, inspiration, tips, menu planning, or kitchen organization, but it's going to be fun and easy. And lots of different alternatives. So like each recipe has many different variations. That's how I love to cook. I love to have like one basic, but then you can do like 8 different things with it. So that's it for now. I guess I'm just gonna trying also to just have fun with it and not overthink it. Just have fun. Let it be easygoing and not complicated or complex. Because if you get too nitty gritty with this kind of a thing, then it's not fun. And then it's like, it's not even worth it to me because I want it to be fun and I want that. And if I'm not having fun doing it, it's not going to come through in my work. And to me, that's the most important thing, for the love and the fun and the joy of it to come through. Yeah. So this looks really good. Just going to keep going day by day. Eventually I'm going to get there, and I hope that that encourages you to whatever little project you've got going on to just keep going, even if it's, oh, so I'm moving and I had to take, this was like a 1-year temporary rental, and so when I moved here last year, I kept all my boxes and I just only unpacked pretty much whatever I knew that I would need. And then anything that I wouldn't be needing here, since it's a furnished home, a lot of stuff that I didn't need, I just kept packed in the basement. But it is just me. I'm a single mom with 3 little girls. So the basement was filled with boxes. And now we're moving from a full single home to a 2-bedroom apartment for people. So I've been spending time like going through everything, making either trashing stuff like a trash pile, recycle pile, keep pile. And the keep pile obviously is going to be moved. So I figure the less we have to move, the better, because it's a much smaller place. But I had a thing during that, like I was a little overwhelmed looking in the basement, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to bring all this stuff up. But a couple weeks ago, I said to myself, I'm just going to bring up like 2 boxes every time I'm in the basement. So the reason why I'm saying all this is same with my cookbook or same with a project that you might have going on. Just keep doing it, even if it's a sentence a day. If it's writing, if writing is your thing, or painting, do like a couple inches, paint, a couple square inches or whatever, whatever it is you're doing, just do it a little bit at a time. And guess what? Now my basement is all clear and I have a couple weeks before I have to be out. And my basement's all clear and it's all upstairs. Just from every time I went down, I told myself, okay, I'm going to bring 1 or 2 boxes up. And slowly over time, it got done. So, love you guys.